When most people think of Riverside FM, they think of podcasting. But when I hear it, I really think of my own personal content creation studio. Hey guys, this is On Cam Ready. I'm Jamie Maglietta, and I've been using Riverside for a few years now. And with all the advancements that it has made over the last few years, I've become a bit obsessed, and I find myself sharing all I know about Riverside. Let me save you some time and come back to this channel for Riverside updates. Be sure to subscribe so you're notified when the next video rolls out, and like this video if you're enjoying the content so far. Guys, I'm new at this. Yes, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see there's other videos, but you won't really see many solo videos giving tutorials. I am truly passionate about making sure you as a professional are as on-camera ready as possible. So if you are an expert looking to leverage your expertise into content, like long-form content, social media, consider this platform. It really does allow you to do so much. I'm getting a little animated, so let me sit back a bit, tell you a little bit about who I am. Okay, guys, I am a television news producer. I have worked across CNN, MSNBC, Fox News Channel. In 2025, I decided I would start turning my side hustle into my main business. However, I kept feeling pulled back into looking for jobs and not putting all my eggs in this basket. Come July of this year, 2025, I decided to go all in. Why? Because so many people during that month kept asking me the same questions. How do I record myself? How do I lure the press using social media and appearing online? How do I prepare for interviews? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I use Riverside? And I was like, you know what? I should just start answering these questions on YouTube and see where it goes. I'm also building a course. I know it's kind of scary. It's really a program, and I've cranked it out. I'm about to start recording it. But before I recorded it, I really wanted to start showing up on camera myself to feel a little bit more confident, going over things and laying things out with a nice little bow. So for today's video, we're going to add a second camera to your Riverside platform so that you can see what I mean about it being a complete content studio. Let's go. So when you enter Riverside, this is your dashboard. You see that there's animated clips, magic audio, magic clips, show notes, captions, transcript, and AI voice. There's all these new features. And as I learn all the new features, I'll make sure to also record a quick informal video like this. All right. I've been recording quite a bit in Riverside. I do a lot of practicing here too. I was practicing in front of a bookshelf recently, and now I feel like I've nailed my setup. Whenever you are recording content, you want to make sure that you've thought through everything you need to succeed. It's better to go all in and invest in programs and the right lights and the right mics from the start so that you're not troubleshooting and delaying what you really are trying to do. So when I started out, I bought my mic. It was one of the first things I bought. I've had this I think it's an ATR, for 3 years. It's still great. It still works. So if you think about it, that $100 investment for 2 mics has paid off. Same with my lights. I bought those lights over 2 years ago. They're still great. No, over a year ago. They're still great. I love them. There's nothing wrong with them. When you make those investments and you plan to show up online consistently, it's going to pay off. And Riverside is one of those portals that I've been really thankful that I've had from the start. So I have on here videos that I recorded from 2022 when I was just practicing and starting out with my What Do You Do Exactly podcast. Then as I started to transition into more content tutorials, I did like 2 of them. And then I continued with my podcasting experience using video. And it's been great to look back on. I also can pull those old clips because I have a cloud. So what's awesome about Riverside is there's this whole big cloud system that you're able to tap into for archival footage, something I didn't have before. The other thing that I really like about Riverside is it now has projects. So you can go into a project, and this is what I was previously recording, another video you'll have to check out. and you can see the different recordings that you've done for that project and the transcripts that go with it. So not only do you have so many other cool features like the transcripts and the AI magic clips and the descriptions and all that, but you also have the capability of adding a camera, a second camera. And I am going to show you how to do that today. I'm going to toss to another video that I recorded before recording this intro. This video was a screen recording of me using Riverside. See, I can't really screen share my recording in Riverside because then it's like multiple screens that you'll see. So I had to do this outside of the Riverside platform in order to show you what you can do in Riverside. So I hope you find this useful. I am wearing a different outfit, but it is what it is, guys. All right. Thanks so much, and subscribe to this channel if you like the video. When you are entering Riverside, you want to make sure you select the same way to access your account each time. If you go in through your Google or Apple, continue to do that. Let's add this second camera that I keep talking about. But before I do, if you are enjoying Riverside, grab my code for a discount. You're going to click on record. When you head into the studio, I always click no headphones. I'm not using headphones. You don't have to use them for this. I make sure my cameras are correct. So the main camera and my microphone are selected. I use the ATR 2100, and then I'm going to join the studio. When I join the studio, there is an invite link here. I use this to add second cameras, so I'll get to that in a second. At the moment, I just want to show you the big picture here. So I will adjust my shot to make sure I'm framed the way I want to be framed, full screen. Then I'll make sure my mic is accurate. So the mic is still clicked. Mic is still clicked. I have my camera selected, my speakers. I don't really use these, but these features down here make Riverside a rival to Zoom. You could use Riverside for meetings. And then here's the teleprompter that I mentioned. So when you click on the teleprompter, you'll load your script into this section like I did. And then you're going to want to click on this little clock and adjust your speed to about 7 or 8 so that you can read it conversationally. And you'll record yourself like this. Most people think Riverside FM is just for podcasting. Well, what if I told you it could be your entire, complete content studio? I added a word there, but as you can see, you want to look at your camera and kind of glance down at your copy. So if you don't have a teleprompter, external teleprompter, you're going to need to know what your script says. So practice that before you go on camera. All right. When you invite someone, you will add their email down here. When you invite someone, that allows you to have a second camera. So what I do is I invite different cameras using different emails and add them into the platform. I received the email and now I'm guided toward the app. So on my phone, I've already downloaded the Riverside app. I click in, join the studio. Then I say, I'm ready to join. So now I've joined. Now what you're going to do is turn off the audio on the second camera. Could you hear all that? I then turn the volume down on that second camera so I don't have any interference. Right now, I'm using 2 cameras. As you can see, I wanted a side profile shot so I can have a cutaway. You may want to have it in different locations. Now, if I have a product here, I may want to have a camera that hangs over my content or even on the ceiling. And I can add those additional cameras in the same way. So that's how you add a second camera in Riverside. Make sure that before you start recording, you do a test clip of your audio to make sure that your camera and your microphone are both working the way you want before you go into your long form content shoot. I have done too many recordings where I didn't double check first. I rushed in and I wound up having to re-record it all. So make sure that when you are shooting your content that you practice and rehearse before you start using the program. Don't overthink the tech. If you think like a producer, one session at a time, multiple outputs at a time, you will succeed. Break down your script into chunks. Don't feel like you have to record it all at once. If this helped you, hit the subscribe button. I'll be breaking down more ways to use Riverside and other tools to make content creation easier, faster, and press ready. Check out my Amazon storefront for camera and microphone suggestions, and find me on Instagram, Jamie_Maglietta. I'll see you online.